Ricotta meatloaf. Meatloaf all'italiana. In Italy, they call it polpettone, big, nice polpetta. And good meatloaf, but the Italian is a little different, the Italian way. So you need some good ground meat. We need to soak some bread. All bread is a great time to use your leftover bread. You soak it with milk. Okay. Let's let it soak well there. And we'll continue to make the meatloaf. Scallions. I love scallions. The green part as well gives it a kind of fresh taste, fresh flavor. So use your scallion. Parsley. Italian parsley in the polpetta, absolutely. Grated cheese, absolutely. All of this kind of adds to the flavor and makes the polpettone delicious. Nutmeg. Nutmeg is a spice, and it's not Italian, it's not indigenous to Italy. It came with the spice traits, but the Italians love their nutmeg. It's really pronounced in flavor, has this mixture like allspice, and it's exotic and delicious and aromatic, and a little bit will go a long way. So don't put too much. The Italians use it a lot in stuffings of ravioli and in meat stuffings like this. Eggs to bind it. Put a little bit of salt, mix a little bit. Okay. The ricotta is the secret ingredient. Ricotta is ricotta cooked. It's cooked twice. And actually, you know, I remember making ricotta with grandma from the goat's milk. And you got this light, fluffy curd, not as intense with fat and flavor, but they were delicious and creamy and light, and loved them. I loved ricotta when it was warm. It was good for breakfast on bread with some jam. It was good when she made pasta. She just dressed up with a little bit of ricotta. It was good when she made the palatine to stuff the palatine. It was good in every way. Now I need to put the bread in there. Let me squeeze out the extra milk. Let's mix it up nice. You know, a lot of times the question is, you know, the meatloaf is dry. The ricotta will really give you a very moist meatloaf and delicious. Okay, I think we are getting there. I think I'm missing a little bit of salt. Okay. And at the end, cubes of mozzarella. You just fold them in, and when they bake, they loosen up and kind of ooze in the meatloaf. And leave the cubes whole, don't mash them up as you're mixing. You want them to be kind of suspended in the meatloaf. Get a nice sturdy baking pan, because you don't want the meatloaf to burn on the bottom. For a tin pan, because it's going to be a while, and it's going to be an hour and a half of baking, and you want it to cook from the inside out. Let's coat the pan so the meatloaf does not stick, just like that. And now it's time to, let me put it on one side. Okay. To shape the meatloaf into its form and make sure it's even so that it cooks evenly on all sides. Just like that. Brush it a little bit with oil. All right. That looks good. You cover it with foil because you want it to bake first on the inside out. So have a preheated oven at 400 degrees. You put it in the oven for 45 minutes covered, uncover it, and let it bake another 45 minutes uncovered to form a nice crust. Masterclass, cooking with cheese. Buy your cheese in chunks. It is fresher, so it tastes better. Add your grated cheese with the heat off when you're finished cooking. Cheese should be served at room temperature for optimal flavor, but kept in a cool place. So, the meatloaf, the polpettone is done. I'm letting it rest a little bit, and I am working with the sauce. You know, in Italy you have a little marinara sauce. That would go great with the polpettone. Just a simple marinara. But I like putting in a little bit of ricotta, just a little bit of ricotta, and it'll give it a creaminess. So. Okay. Take some sauce and just put it on the base of my little plate, just like that. And I'll shake it a little bit because I don't want too much sauce, and you can see the pieces of the ricotta there. So let me just loosen it up a little bit, just like that. Let me cut and then another slice. Okay. The aroma is really, really, really wonderful. And you can, you know, it's nice and soft and tender. I'm gonna put just a little bit of the sauce right down the middle like that. And a little bit, this is a little bit of fresh oregano, just to freshen it up. Now with this, I need a nice big wine. And I'm gonna have some great wine from Friuli, a blend of Merlot, Cabernet, Refosco. Refosco is a local Friulian varietal. And then it gets some aging, and it is really complex and great. And with the polpettone, with the tomato sauce, it'll be just wonderful. So, wow. Let me taste a piece for you. Really, really good. Tender, soft, flavorful. And, you know, when I enjoy my food, I want to share it with you. And I want to invite you. So, tutti a tavola a mangiare.